Hello and welcome to episode 24 of this RPG tutorials. Before we get started, if you guys can take a second, hit those likes, subscribes, maybe throw a comment in, it would really help. Just kind of push the channel a little bit. I really do appreciate it. For this episode, we are going to finish the base game loop, and in doing so, we'll have to add a loss menu. We'll also do a little bit of code cleanup. Just to kind of get things squared away a little bit better. If I'm a bit nasally today, I apologize. I've been sick all week, and it's been fun. But still pumping this out for you guys. Without further ado, let's start with our code cleanup. So first things first, in our exit menu, I'm going to show this so that we can kind of see what's happening here. So I'm going to run it. And then in our exit menu, the text isn't appearing. And the reason that's not appearing is that our buttons are using the old button code, and we just need to remove the offset. So now if we run these, now if we run it, we should see text. So little things like that. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to go into level and gameplay. There it is. Okay, and in gameplay, to start with, we just added stuff to the controller here. But rather than adding to the controller here, what we really want to do is do it in menu 2D. So if I'm going to paste this, push the wrong button. Let's go back here. Do that again. So if this is not equal null, then we're going to add any menu, basically. So sorry. So that will give us, the ability to, every time we create a menu, it's already going to be a part of the menu control. That's what we want, at least for the current time being. But now we don't have to remember to do that. I think that's it for the cleanup. If we come across something else, I may have to clean it up. I feel like there was a third thing. We'll see as we go. The next thing on our list is our loss menu. So let's start that. So in our menus folder, exit menu, let's just copy that guy. Paste it right in, rename it. Loss. I have to cough in a second, sorry. Apologies. Like I said, sick all week. For the most part, I'm not coughing anymore, but I'm sorry for any unpleasant sounds coming out. Instead of exit or loss, instead of passing the object, we are going to have a reset passed in, or restart. We'll change this to restart. Okay, we are only going to need one button for this menu. That button will say restart, and it will call restart click. Okay, and then when restart click is called, we are going to call restart. Okay. Oops, that's not what we wanted. We wanted this one over here. Sorry. Get rid of that so it's not in our way anymore. Update buttons. Update draw. That all looks correct. Easy peasy loss menu. Right now, it's just going to be that same format. On loss, I see this game as being kind of roguelike, or roguelite, I'm sorry. So think Hades or that kind of thing, where when you lose, you upgrade your account or whatever, how your character, whatever you want to see it as, and then you go again. We're not going to do that portion, but that's what this menu is eventually going to be. Right now it's just a button to restart the game, and you will just keep who you are and restart. And yeah, so there's that. So let's finish that out in gameplay by declaring one. We, again, don't have to declare them here. I mean, we need to declare them. We don't have to save the variable here, but I'm just going to do it. Loss menu. You could just declare it here and put it in and then be done with it. It is what it is. It's not a big deal either way. Sometimes I like to have access to them, so for right now, I'm just not gonna stress about it. We need to create our delegate. So our delegate's name is, whoops, wrong click, restart level. Public virtual void restart level. That'll have object info in it. And then in here it will say if level, can't type, not equal null, level dot, and we don't have restart yet for the level, so we'll have to go in there and or reset, restart. What did I call it? Find out real fast. Restart. All right, so level. Be fast to go that way. Generate new level. Restart goes right here. All right. Public virtual void restart, and then in gameplay we will type restart, and then restart level goes here. All right. Should work. Let me double check my loss menu. Did I rename it? I did. Okay, good. Just double checking. All right. So that gets us all the way to our level. We'll call it its restart. What do we want to happen in restart? Well, we need to resurrect our hero because he's dead at this point. We need to, which we don't have, but we can put it in real quick. So let's go to hero and go resurrect. There may be another reason to do resurrect, which is why we're not going to call it reset. So public virtual void resurrect. Boy, I couldn't spell that. Shoot, I couldn't even spell it when I was looking at it. I had trouble spelling that. Had to look it up. You know, happens sometimes. Okay, resurrect. We'll figure out what that does in a minute. Let's go back to level and call it. So hero dot resurrect. So we got to bring our hero back to life. We're going to generate a new level. We are going to, we need a lost flag. So when we've lost. So let's get that in there. Lost equals false. And then down here we are also going to say lost is false. And then we are going to close our menu as well. So if I'll go through Y in just a second. Menu controller dot close menu by name, and the name of it was loss. Okay, so we go into loss menu, we click it. We could close the menu right here if we wanted to. So that's another place to close it. The upside to that is it's kept inside the class. The downside is you're not going to see it as often when it gets closed. But if you want, put it right here. If not, we haven't closed it yet. So then we come through gameplay, and you'll notice that we're calling this. We still haven't closed it. You could also close it here if you wanted to. I'm not in gameplay very much, so the reason I'm putting it in level is because I see it in level. So I can see when I go to restart the game, it's closing my menu. Those are the 3 places you could put it. All of them are going to be essentially identical for this use case, other than where you actually physically see it. Now, I would not put it in gameplay. I would either put it here or I'd put it in the menu. But you could also put it in gameplay, and that would be essentially the same. Those are the 2 places I would look for it. And so, yeah, that's my reasoning for putting it here. But I know that, A, sometimes I put it in the menu, and B, you can make a really good case for it. So if you like it there, do it. All right. This is our restart. So again, we're going to resurrect our hero. We're going to create a new level for him. We're going to no longer be set to lost, and we are going to close our menu. Okay, good deal. That is that. Now, lost is going to be a derivative of when the hero dies, or going to be set when the hero dies. So in here, we need to check and see if our hero is dead. Else, we'll do it when we're normally doing. So if hero dead, lost equals true. Happy days. Yeah, I think that's it here. Yep. All right, so that's lost true. Now, how does our hero die? Oh, good question. So our hero dies by getting hit and having the health fall too far, right? So, let's see. Find all references for death. I'm pretty sure it's already set that we die in unit. Let me double check to make sure that's true before I go to definition, update. We have done. And in hero, we are checking dead for mobs. We're not checking dead for us. Okay, so here we have to say and not dead. Okay, happy days. Pretty simple stuff there. But we don't want to do our updating for all of this if we're dead. And we get hit, so I bet you in unit it's take damage, right? Take damage is where we're gonna set dead equals true. All right, so that's right. So that should work. So when we die, we need to also have the ability to get the window open. I think I missed that here. In level, we gotta check for lost. Yeah, we didn't check for lost in level. Okay, let's do that. So lost, we don't want to do anything. No input in here, right? So let me just take it all out. So if lost, or yeah, not lost, we do our normal stuff. Otherwise, we come all the way down here. We close that up. I do not know what happened to my reconfiguring, but I'll have to figure that out. Else. And then what we're elsing is getting that menu open. And so we're going to check if the menu is open. If it is, we're going to do nothing. If it isn't, we're gonna open it. So if globals dot menu controller dot get menu by name loss not equal null, or sorry, equal null, or not. Global's done the same thing. Active. So if it's not active, then we're going to make it active. So globals dot menu controller dot set menu by name and loss. Okay, why this? Well, you probably would add an if statement in here to make sure it's created if you need this. Typically, I like to check to know if things are null. So if this is null, we'll do another check in here, or you can separate these two checks, but you do need to probably do a null check for a lot of these things. You could do not equal to null and this. That would also be fine, but you just need to make sure you null check. And so in this case, if you wanted to write some error checking code, you would react to the null by declaring the menu. And then after you've declared the menu, then you could run it. That is not something I'm worried about at this moment, but I'm just describing why I did that. Okay. That opens our menu. Loss locks us out of things. We check lost. We should be good. Let's run it. Let's see what happens. See if I missed something. All right. Just click through. We just need to go die. All right, now we're dead. So here's our restart menu. When I click this, this menu should close. We should get a new level, and we'll see. Okay. It is not closing our menu. So let's figure out why. In level is where I put it. Let's scroll down. Okay. Current menu is lost menu. Active false. Menu null. Okay. Well, then it is something that I did up top. So I'm guessing that my opening of the menu code is just keeping on going. It is because lost is still true. Well, lost still shouldn't be true, should it? If hero's dead. Oh, we didn't implement our hero resurrection. All right. No big deal. So hero has two things that we need to do for its resurrection. We need to first of all set it to not dead, and then second of all we need to do set stats. So hero, I think maybe unit has the set stats. Let me double check. Make sure it's where I think it is. Set stats. Okay, good. Wanted to make sure. And then we'll do one quick edit to set stats, and that is going to be stats dot clear, which we don't have. This was the third thing that I wanted to do. All right, so go to definition. Go to definition. I knew there was a third thing. We don't have a clear function in here, so it's a simple thing. Public virtual void clear in our stat pack. That's where we are, just for those that weren't following there. So stats clear, and that's all we're doing for right now. It's not rocket science, but we need that. Okay. That was in unit. And we need to go back down to stats. Oh, we already put it in correctly. Sweet. Now we need to set stats in hero for resurrect. and we need to set dead not dead equals false, just flat false. We're not toggling it. Okay, that should fix our hero. Play. Let's go get close to things. Let them kill us. Okay, good. So there's our menu. Let's restart. This is expected. Menu's closed. We've started a new place, and we're good. So that's what it took to finish our game loop out, guys, and to continue to kind of get us in one full, complete death cycle, whatever you want to call it. That's our base game loop. You walk around, you can kill things. When you die, you can restart. Yeah, we have our exit menu. We have all the basics that we need, and now we can just expand on what we have. So, yeah, if you made it this far, guys, please take a second, hit that like button, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. It really does help me out. Anyway, really does help me out, and I really do appreciate it. Just kind of pushing along, trying to get there. You will see some new styles of videos from me. I am going to start doing some themed, it'd be themed videos. So I'm going to do some videos on the idea of hardcore. Obviously, WoW has had, its hardcore come through for a little while, but I'm kind of a pretty regular hardcore player for different games, including Diablos and other kinds of ARPGs that offer hardcore. I like your roguelite and your roguelike games. I like that kind of stuff, and I figured I'd talk about the goods and the bads, specifically about specific games, but also just in general. So we'll start with general, and then we'll get kind of specific. And then there's some videos I think I'm going to start reacting to as they come out. There's from different, either game dev people or my thoughts on the design choices of different games, those kinds of things. That is definitely something I'm going to start doing. So when you see that, you're not losing out on these videos. These videos are still going to come, hopefully, with the exact same speed. I'm not trying to take this away, but you are going to start seeing that content. And if you guys could take a second and watch some of that, that would mean a lot to me. All right. Thank you very much, and we will see you guys next week.